Hello, everybody. How's everyone? Looks like I need to raise the camera up a little bit more. Okay. All right. You guys probably noticed that I have lowered my ears a little bit. All that hair that was sitting on my shoulder is gone. See? All gone. You normally don't see me without the hat, do you? Yeah. You've seen all that hair sitting on the shoulder, but you normally don't see me without the hat. Yeah. Yes, I did. Welcome to the stream, Phoenix. All right. I do have pictures of me without the hat. The hat only comes on during stream. I don't go out in public with a hat on unless they ask me to go to a convention or something like that. The hat's coming with me. The hat's not staying behind. Suits me? Thanks. I'm thinking about getting a different one because this hat's made out of wool. Most cowboy hats are made out of leather. So I don't think the Tractor Supply that I have next door sells hats that are made out of leather. They're a little bit more expensive than the wool hat. I have to make sure I keep this white down, or otherwise you can start seeing the white inside the hat. So I have to keep it white down because it does collect dust. But anyways, enough of that talk. What happened last week? Di, this should be easy. You just need to say 2 words. The last chapter. We're still on episode 5. The last chapter was the civil case. Civil case. Yeah, you're flipping those 2, okay? You're flipping those 2. We're on episode 5. They split the episodes in chapters. I know you're used to other games that does chapters and divide them in episodes. There are games that does that. This one, it reverses it. Episode 5 divides them up in chapters. So, yes, we did complete the civil case. We won it as Apollo. So, now we have to go find Maya, because we don't know where she's at. And we're going to Korean in this one. May 17th, District Court, Defendant Lobby, number 3. What do you mean Miss Faye is still being held hostage? And who's the mastermind? Paul Addison Whipperson was nothing more than a puppet. His benefactor was the one pulling the strings. We will find eventually who the benefactor is. But I have no idea who they are. All we know is it's the person he was trying to give the orb to. Right. Just following orders. Whoever it is, it seems they really wanted to get their hands on the orb. So then Miss Faye's abduction is the work of this so-called benefactor too? Also, keep in mind, my throat may be a little rough, because I had my pulmonary function test on Friday. So it's in the process of healing. Because I did breathing exercise through a machine so they can test whether I have asthma or not, when I already know I have asthma. But it's for my disability. They need to know. Right again. Whoever they are, they're in Korean. Along with Maya. Wonder who they could be. Right. This Maya, the spirit medium you've been talking about. She wouldn't happen to be the bun-haired young lady you mentioned back in Korean? That's her. Why do you ask? You see, I think I know what's going on here. I've got good news for you, right? Maya's somewhere safe. That much I'm sure of. He would know. And I'm not going to tell you how he knows. We're just going to leave it at that. I'm afraid you've lost me. So that's what the little snot's patron is. It's all starting to make sense. Yep, he would know that too. We'll find out more later. That fool has no idea I'm here in the States with you all. Jerk. You mind filling us in? We know that ringtone, don't we? Guy, whose phone is that? No caller ID. Wonder who's calling. Yep, that's that's whose phone that is. Hello? Mr. Phoenix, right? Yes. Let me start by thanking you for taking such good care of my subordinate. Who is this? Do you want to take a guess who it is? They're using a voice changer, so nobody's gonna know who it is. But can you guess who it is? Well, there's not many options to go by here. I'm sure you can think of somebody. I believe you know me as Mr. Addison's benefactor. Ah, sounds like they're using a voice changer or something to disguise themselves. Where's Maya? Is she safe? I had my eyes on today's proceedings. What a shock it was to hear that the key to solving the orb's riddle is a spirit medium. I admit, I did not see that coming. Wait, did they plant a listening device in here somehow? Nevertheless, don't think for a minute that it will guarantee Maya Fey's safety. She is not the only medium within my reach, you see. You harm a hair on Maya's head and you'll have to answer to me. Right. Give it here a sec. Wait. Hey there. How's it going, stranger? Does this give you a clue on who it is yet, Di? Who would be the one person Dirk would know? Besides his allies. Who is this? Why, it's your friendly neighborhood dragon. I just happened to be in the U.S. on a little trip. Minister of Justice, Inga Carl Cool Karayan. Inga? What? Maya's kidnapper? Is Karayan's Minister of Justice? Did you see that coming, Di? Why didn't you say it, or did you not remember his name? Forgot his name? You could have just said Minister of Justice. Dirk? Is that you dirty turncoat? Oh no. What in blazes is going on here? Oh, you know. You popped... Oh, you know. Just popped over to the States for a little R&R. But enough about me, Inga. That was a poor excuse for a bluff you pulled just now. We both know your threats are as empty as your head. You can't lay a hand on Maya Fey, and I do mean that literally. Where do you think Maya Fey is? He gives out so many clues, and yet Phoenix and Apollo still doesn't know. Where do you think she is? That one's still a little hard to figure out for you? Ugh. What is he talking about? You can kiss your chances of getting the orb goodbye. Maya Fey ain't my only, how shall I say, insurance. No, Dirk. What? Got someone dear to you right in the palm of my hand, see? we'll get to meet her too. So, no, that one, well, you can imagine what kinds of things I would do, right? Glad you're seeing things my way. Maybe at Arma's tomb tomorrow. 3 p.m. sharp. And you better come alone, got it? All goes well. Or is all you'll need to get Maya Fey back. Sure. Well, what's going on? You heard him. I have to get back to Karayan at once. What? Why? No time to explain. But are you even going to make it? What if there are no seats left on the next flight? Plus, you're a wanted man. They're not going to just let you get on a plane. Let me worry about that, Mr. Justice. Chief Prosecutor Edward! Did you expect him? Whether you see him as the bad guy or the good guy, you still gotta love this man. What are you doing here? Taking care of the hostage situation. Oh, now that you mention it, Earl did say that he saw you around in Crane Village. I had him look into a few things while I was on my way back from Karayan, including Maya's situation, of course. I was astonished to hear she was still in Karayan earlier, but explained why I found no connection between her and Mr. Anderson. Sorry to interrupt, but going back to the plane situation, I've taken the liberty of chartering one for us. Ready to take off at any time. I will do what's necessary to hide the fact that Dirk Sadmati is on board. Wow. Must be nice to be the chief prosecutor. Right? We have no time to lose. We must head for Karayan at once. Right. I'm going too. After all, you're bound to need my help. No fair, I want to go too. This isn't a vacation, Trucy. Besides, I'll need you to hold down the fort. But Daddy! Yes, I should also only bring what's necessary. Sorry, Trucy, but would you mind holding on to this stuff for me? Unnecessary evidence hoisted onto Trucy. Fine, but you better bring me back something besides just more evidence. Excellent. Now let us make haste to Karayan. And that's how our sudden trip to the kingdom of Karayan began. I never imagined I'd return to this country of my youth under such circumstances, though. May 18th, 2:30 p.m. Temporal Temple. That's a long flight. It's already 2:30 in the afternoon. I spent an entire day in the air. Talk about cutting it close. The Kingdom of Karayan. This is no time to reminisce, but I gotta say, this place sure brings back memories. Hurry up, Apollo. Right behind you. Moro's tomb is located in the courtyard of Garen's palace. We should have just enough time to get there. Then let's sprint there. Think you can keep up, Apollo? Sure, no sweat. I'll contact the royal family and the local police and inform them of our arrival. Thanks, Edgeworth. I know you probably want to reminisce and all, but there's no time for that right now. You're right. We've got to get to Armorer's tomb where Miss Faye is being held captive. Oops. Don't need that. May 18th, 2:45 p.m. Garden Palace. Royal Residence. So, Armory's tomb would be this purple building in the back. Or Amora's tomb. That's her name. Amora's tomb is that purple building in the back. I wasn't made for all this running and climbing and never drowning. I've done this week. It's 2:45. Only 15 minutes left. See the cylindrical building rising in the distance? That's Armorer's tomb, which is the building I said. Amura. Wasn't that the previous queen? The one who was assassinated? So this building over here to the right that we see, if you look at the symbol onto it, it looks familiar to a certain somebody's symbol that they have on their cape. Yes, and I'm the one they pinned it on. It'll take a few minutes to get to the tomb from here. So, you have returned. Oh, so you've returned, Barbed Head. Ah! I've seen her before on the news. If I remember correctly, this is the Crown Princess Rafa Podman. Ryan, what are you people doing here? This is the royal residence. Commoners are not allowed entry without permission. Prosecutor from the state should have already called and requested permission for us to enter. As to why we're here, your benevolence, have you seen Minister Inga? If you seek my father, I just saw him heading towards Armorer's tomb. Was he with someone? You know, like someone shady looking underling or something? No, he was alone. Why do you ask? Looks like she has no idea about Miss Faye's abduction. You hear that? I think we have company. Bow down before her glory! Her Eminence Queen Garin, Grand Priestess of Karayan, approaches! Huh? Garin? Ah! It's... Queen Garin. Guards. Surround Armorer's tomb at once. Yes, your eminence. What's she doing? She going to help us? If this helping, I'd like to know exactly what she's going to do if she was against us. Excuse me, your eminence. So, our barbed head lawyer returned. May we presume you are here for Maya Faye, the sphere medium who has been abducted? Yes, you may. allow us to apologize for the criminal actions of our husband. Oh, no need to apologize for him. Honestly, Inga, abducting a guest in our country? How could you? Father, abducted someone? Your Eminence. What about those soldiers over there? They are the Garden Royal Guard, soldiers who serve the crown and no other. Royal Guards? They are an elite force selected from only the most loyal and outstanding of our subjects. Why have you ordered them to surround the tomb? The police will not come if it is my husband who is committing the crime. We shall have to storm the tomb and take Minister Inga into custody ourselves. What? Do you mean? Gar, no. His hostage is in there. Dirk, how do you set foot in this palace? Have you come to turn yourself in? Oh, listen, we need a call of truth for once. Garden Royal Guards, seize this traitor of the crown. As you wish, Your Eminence. Resist and you die. Oh, wait a second. Slow down there, guard. I'm here to conduct a hostage exchange. If you take me in now, Maya Fey is as good as dead. A hostage exchange? Why would he choose to do such a thing with you? We can talk about that later. Right now, I need to get in there before it's too late. I can't resolve this in 20 minutes. You can storm the place. Now then, if you'll excuse me. Dirk, wait. Guards, allow the insurgent Dirk Sadmati to pass. I'm dead. You have some explaining to do. Right. Well, while we're waiting here, why don't you explain the situation? What? Me? Leave nothing out, Hornhead, or I'll dehorn you where you stand. She's got a nickname for everybody. Hornhead? She doesn't waste any time coming up with nicknames. And what's with the attitude? Her father's the one who abducted Miss Faye. Do my ears deceive me, or did I hear talk of my father abducting someone? Oh, you heard right. He abducted Maya Fey and... insolent fool! Pardon my rudeness. A gentle soul such as my father could not possibly have committed such a crime. Not as gentle as she thought he was. Gentle? You think he's gentle? I'm afraid it's true, Your Benevolence. He's holed up in the tomb as we speak. Really? I find this difficult to believe. She's been finding a lot of things difficult to believe. Because she's been lied to. Why would he do such a thing? Your Benevolence? You saw your father heading towards the tomb. I did. I was over on the veranda, deep in thought. When I saw him hurrying towards the tomb, I'd say it was about 10 minutes ago. If you're not sure where the veranda is, that would be the upper part of her little... That's her quarters. So the veranda would be the upper section. Why was he rushing? Maybe he was worried he'd be late? Did you see anyone else heading for the tomb? I saw no one else after he entered. Minister Inga and Miss Faye are the only ones in there besides Dirk. Who knows? But I wouldn't be surprised if he had a minion or two with him. Dirk. Sure hope he's all right. It's only been 5 minutes. Feels like an eternity. Patience, Apollo. Patience. May 18th, 3:20 p.m. Garin Palace, Royal Residence. Been almost 20 minutes. What's taking Dirk so long? The appointed time has come. Our royal guard shall now storm in. Can't you wait just a little longer? No, we cannot. Every second we wait puts the hostage's life in even more danger. Therefore, we see no alternative but to order our guards to storm in. But that'll put Miss Faye's life in danger too. Guards, storm the tomb and seize Minister Inga, along with the insurgent Dirk Sadmanti. Yes, Your Eminence! What? Dirk's under arrest too? Naturally. The traitorous snake assassinated my predecessor, Queen Amora. Now go, seize them both. Rah! We're going in. Follow me, men. For Her Eminence. Dahara Garon! I hope no one gets hurt. Your Eminence! What the? Why are they running back out? What is the meaning of this? Something terrible has happened. Dirk, the minister, he's dead. What's this? What? Apollo, quick! I'm right behind you. No one enters without our... Come, let us see what has transpired. Yes, Your Eminence. No, she was going to prevent us, but she had a change of heart. May 18th, Garin Palace, Amorous Tomb. Ooh, where's Dirk? Apollo, over there. Dirk? Dirk? Oh, what have you done? Apollo. Look. So it is Minister Inga who has fallen. Guards, seize this murderous man at once. Yes, Your Eminence. Surrender now or perish, rebel scum. No, what? Ah! Dirk! They're taking him away. Ow! Dirk just threw something at me. Wait, this is a... Is he telling me to keep it safe? Heck? Is that you? Maya! Are you alright? He saved me. Feel exhausted. Can't keep my eyes open. Maya! Mr. Inga, the man behind Miss Faye's abduction had been killed. Dirk was arrested for his murder. There's a lot to take in on here, and you're going to find it very confusing once we get to the trial. It's already confusing as it is now, isn't it? So it was. So is what that the abduction of Maya came to a sudden and unexpected resolution? Well, no, not yet. With this, the curtain fell on the minister, and things were far from over. May 18th, Garden Palace, Royal Residence. Apollo, what happened? I can't say for sure. From what I can tell, it seems Dirk has killed Minister Inga. What? You think he did it to save Miss Faye? Most likely, but who knows? I'm really confused right now. Yeah, we got so many unanswered questions. My father, this cannot be. Boy, does she have a lot of things that she don't know yet. When things are finally revealed to her in the end, it's gonna hit her like a ton of bricks. I must see for myself. Your benevolence, we cannot allow you to pass. Fools, stand aside. Forgive us, but we have direct orders from Her Eminence, Queen Garin. Father! Oh, Father! Dirk, you'll pay for this! Apollo, let's go regroup somewhere. Yeah. Dirk. Wasn't really you that did it, right? May 18th, Imperial Temple. You okay, Apollo? Yeah. I was speaking with the local police. So let's sit tight until he returns. Oh, okay. I know you must be in a state of shock right now, but I need you to stay with us, Apollo. Right. Can't go to pieces now. Thanks, Mr. Wright. I'll be fine. May 18th, Imperial Temple. Right, Mr. Justice? I'm afraid I have some bad news. It looks like things will only get more complicated from here. Prosecutor Edgeworth, what's happening with Dirk? As I understand it, he has been officially charged with the murder of Minister Inga. He has. However, I did manage to get us permission to investigate the crime scene. And I expect we'll be allowed to visit Mr. Sadmati shortly. Thank you. I'm sure glad. Prosecutor Edgeworth is here with us. Also, it just so happens that Detective Sky is here in Karayan. So I have asked her to assist us with our investigation. What? What's she doing here? It seems Prosecutor Sadmati has grown quite fond of her. He's been ferrying her around all over the place. A few days here, a few days there. They almost become a team of sorts. I want no test says. It seems he thinks highly of Emma's skills. So what now, Apollo? I think I'll go pay Dirk a visit at the detention center. I want to go check in on Maya at the hospital. What about you, Athena? Well, if there's footwork to be done, I'd better stick with Apollo and give him a hand. Very well. Then I will accompany Wright. Okay. We'll go our separate ways for now. Alright. If anything comes up, you have my cell number. Do you know your way around here, Apollo? It's been over 10 years since I left, but I'll try not to get us hopelessly lost. Queen Garden sure has a lot of personal attendants. Yeah, the Garden Royal Guard. They're like her own private army. More like an elite fan club made up of carefully selected soldiers who adore her. That's how I see it anyway. That's a pretty blunt way of putting it. Dirksad Mahdi, the charismatic leader of the Defiant Dragons, arrested. This is going to deal a major blow to the rebels. Yeah, I can already see Dad's having a heart attack when he finds out. Speaking of Dad's, he was on the plane with us, but I haven't seen him since we landed. Dirk said he wanted Dad's to go home before he caused any more trouble. Yeah, he strikes me as a troublemaker. Just hope he doesn't do anything crazy like trying to break Dirk out of jail. Unfortunately, that's not going to happen. May 18th, Detention Center. Visitor's room. Apollo. Here to see your old man, are you? Sure. Are they doing interrogating? Are they done interrogating you? Nope, the fun hasn't even started. I imagine they'll really rake me over the coals, though. I don't even want to think about how harsh their interrogation method will be. Yeah, but that's nothing compared to what they'll do if they find him guilty. They branded me a terrorist who killed the previous queen and now the justice minister. If found guilty of these crimes, I'll be facing a very public execution. Public execution is worse than I thought. Come on, son. Turn that frown upside down. You'll jinx us. As soon as I get out of here, I'll take you to this tasty hash house I know. I'd like that. Really need to focus on what happened. Time to switch to work mode. Dirk, can you tell me what happened? Oh, and there's also something I want you to take a look at. Dirk, what happened in there? You didn't really kill Minister Inga, did you? Well, the thing is, I really don't know. Huh? I remember seeing the mural of the founder right as I entered the tomb, but I got all dizzy immediately after that. The next thing I knew, I was standing there with a bloody knife in my hand and covered in Inga's blood. So, based on what he just said, you're probably confused by the whole situation. But if you know Ace Attorney, you can put pieces together. And believe me, once you start putting pieces together, this truth that you're going to be learning may not be the truth that you want to know. So you don't remember meeting with him? Oh, the last thing I remember after entering the tomb is feeling really dizzy. There's no way he can explain what happened if he can't remember anything. Yeah. I suppose there's no getting out of this one. But we can't give up yet. I was just messing with you, son. Well, stop. It's not funny. Sorry. Jeez, nothing seems to faze him. Not even being arrested for murder. This is going to be one tough case, Apollo. Not only have I been charged with Inga's murder, but I've also been charged with Amaru's assassination from 23 years ago. You're on trial for 2 charges? Sharon is practically licking her chops just thinking about my public execution. Guess it means we can't afford to lose our heads, huh? So we have to prove that he didn't kill Mara. We also have to prove that he didn't kill Inga. This is going to be a tough case to swallow. Are you ready for it, Di? It's a pretty dark case. I hope you can handle it. I don't know. I don't know how you can laugh at a time like this. So, son, I take it you'll be defending me at my trial? Of course. You can count on me. That's my boy. Looks like your nerves are as steely as those cords of yours. After all, you've got the Defense Culpability Act to contend with, too. Oh. Right. So if you're found guilty, then I'll be charged with the same double homicide, huh? Don't tell me you forgot about that. I'll be fine. I just have to make sure we win this one. You sure? Because you don't sound very fine. Apollo. What was that about an assassination 23 years ago? About the incident 23 years ago. That was when the previous Queen Mara was assassinated, wasn't it? Yes. Someone set her private residence on fire. Lost her life in the ensuing blaze. And you were arrested for the crime? Why would they arrest you, Mr. Sadmati? Weren't you just a lawyer back then? What relation could you have had with the Queen? This is where the pieces are going to start to come together. About that. Mara was, well, she was my wife. I may not look the part, but I was once husband to a queen. In short, I was royalty. What? No way! I guess you didn't see that one coming, did you, Di? Are you saying you won the heart of the reigning queen? Come on, you're talking to a guy who honed his prowess against witness on the stand. So he was also Minister Justice before Inga. So there's your connection. But now that you know that, so there's going to be more pieces that will end up being put together. Even a queen in no match for this dragon's glare. Wow, you're really something else. So was a verdict ever reached, Dirk? I acted as my own attorney and won. Until I was accused of fabricating evidence, that is. Then it all went south. Now, where have I heard a story like that before? What happened after that? I made a run for it. You ran? But why? I didn't kill Amara, and I didn't fabricate any evidence. But if I had stuck around for a retrial, I'd have been found guilty for sure. I couldn't allow that to happen. Mara's the true killer who never faced justice if I did. So I left my law practice behind and went underground. That was 23 years ago. Are you telling me that after all these years, you still haven't discovered the truth? Yeah, the fact that it was an arson means that the crime scene was reduced to ashes. There's a lot of loose puzzles here, isn't there, Di? Pieces that are still missing. Can't finish this puzzle if pieces are missing, right, Di? There is little in the way of evidence left. Just been brick wall after brick wall. Guess that means it's all up to me to figure it out, huh? Along with Minister Inga's murderer, of course. I think I'm going to be sick. Come on, son, don't look so down. With you on the case, it'll work out somehow. Hope he's right. Hey, son, do you remember my office? Sure. I remember that messy, dimly lit room. The file I've amassed on Amara's assassination is kept there. I think it might help you on this case. You remember how to get there? Let me think. Recall going through a manhole. How can I not, Dirk? I hate how I always get so dirty getting there, and that stench. That old case is important too, but I should probably focus on the minister's murder first. So we do have to present something. I see you got it safely out of the tomb. Why did you throw it at me like that? I want you to listen carefully, son. Your must not fall into Garen's hand. Not ever. That Minister Inga was the one who was after it. He was the one who lent it to Professor Buff to study, after all. So haven't you exposed his crime now? I have, but there's more connected to this relic than meets the eye. Much more. Whatever it is, I can't help feeling that it could turn this entire kingdom upside down. You said something like that before. Looks like Dirk's intuition is at it again. Garen will do anything to retrieve this. So, guard it well, son. At least until tomorrow's trial. I'm afraid your time is up. Naruto. Time for the prisoner's interrogation. So be gone, you putrid-headed criminal abetting lawyer. Wait, don't tell me. You're the prosecuting attorney. What? But that would mean... Is there a problem here? You bet there is. He's your father. And your point is? My relation to the accused is irrelevant. The fact remains, I am impressed. No, that's not what I don't think I'm getting through to him. Naruto. Long time no see, son. How have you been? Look, I heard you've been serving Garen. Rather faithfully, in fact. Whatever happened to our dream of taking her down and changing this country, son? The past is the past. What do you mean? Why are you doing this? It's simple. People change. The Naruto you knew exists no more. Listen, son. I don't know what made you change like this, but you're still my boy, even if you prosecute my case. The rest of the Defiant Dragons and I eagerly await your return. Whenever you're ready, we'll welcome you back with open arms. As I said, we've moved on. No. That just proved that he has not yet. He's just hiding it really well. Now, let us waste no more time. For flowers do not bloom simply from talk of the past. Ayuta. Why do I get the feeling there's something he wants to say but can't? Guard, move the accused to the interrogation room. Yes, sir. This way, you rebel scum. Ow, watch it. No, not so rough, will ya? Nayuta. He's seriously going to prosecute his own father? Alright. We will be moving here. We only have this place to go to at the moment. The tomb. Okay. May 18th. Darren Palace. Almara's tomb. So this is the tomb of Almara, the previous queen of Kurayan. Really lavish. I guess you could say it fits for a queen. Is the faceless woman in the mural over there Amara? No, that's the Holy Mother. She's the one who brought spirit channeling to Kurayan. Oh, right, the woman in the orb. Oh, it's you two. Getting right down to business, I see. Hi, Emma. We heard you'd give us a hand if we needed it. Yep, Mr. Edgeworth asked me to help where I could. So it's been quite a while since you've been back in Kurayan, I hear. Yeah, more than 10 years, in fact. Wow, you sure didn't waste any time. I mean, you're already mixed up in a murder. You're as big a trouble magnet as Mr. Wright. Please don't say that. My looks are already bad enough as it is. Emma, I hear Prosecutor Sadmati has requested your service again. He seems to have really taken a liking to you. You mean his ephemeral holiness? I don't mind that he approves of me and my abilities. It's just, his people skills need some serious work. But when he manages to smile and compliments my work, it's hard to say no. Plus, work... Sounds like they got one complicated prosecutor-detective relationship going on. I didn't expect that to just to keep going and going and going. Emma, have you determined the cause of death? Blood loss from a stab wound. A single stab in the back was enough to cause the victim to bleed to death. The estimated time of death is 3 p.m., which is when Dirk came onto the scene. Inga's autopsy report added to the court record. Any suspects besides Dirk? No. He, Maya, and the minister were the only ones here. Maya had been tied up until she was freed by the Queen's Royal Guard. Could someone have been hiding somewhere in here? Not likely. I was told this tomb was searched from top to bottom right after the murder. During that time, the Royal Guard set up a perimeter to prevent anyone from escaping. In other words, the crime scene was completely sealed off. It appears so. No way for a third party to escape without being spotted, so... Great. Another one of those convoluted black room mysteries. About this victim, Minister Inga. She was the kingdom's Minister of Justice, correct? Yes. Inga Tarkuo Kurayan was the second most powerful figure in Kurayan. Plus, he was married to the queen. It seems strange that someone of his status would abduct someone. Apparently, he only told a few of his most loyal subordinates about his plan. That way, there was little chance of the police or even the queen finding out. What was Inga hoping to gain by getting his hands on the orb? That I don't know, but I'm working on it. Wonder if it really was for what Paul Addison Whipperson said. I must deliver it to my benefactor at all costs. What do they want with the relic, that relic for anyway? It's something to do with an old legend. My patron seeks the great power said to be granted to whoever solves its secret. Great power that is said to bestow on whoever solves the orb's secret. In Korean, only those who can channel spirits are said to be fit to rule. Was that why Inga wanted such power? Did he want to be king? So this is the tomb of the previous queen? Yes, Queen Amara, who laid to rest here. She lost her life in an arsonist blaze. What a tragic end. I heard this tomb sits on the actual site of her residence before it was burned down. They built it on the same spot so her soul could rest in peace. So this is where the fire happened, huh? Why do you think Minister Inga was holding Miss Faye captive here? The perfect spot if you think about it. It's close to his private quarters, which made it easy to keep an eye on his prisoner. And the courtyard is only open to the royal family, so he had little fear of prying eyes. Plus, the tomb is normally locked, and only the royal family is allowed access. So that's why he picked this place. How long had Miss Faye been held captive? About 6 days. Really? That long? It appears that she was severely weakened by her prolonged confinement. She passed out as soon as she was freed and is now on an IV drop at the hospital. She's been asleep ever since. Poor Miss Faye. I hope she gets better soon. Do you mind if we start looking around? Sure. I've already got the okay. Knock yourself out. Oh, and here. The diagram the police drew of the tomb. Thought I'd give you a copy to help your investigation along. Thank you. Tomb diagram added to the court record. Oh, and let me know if you need any forensic expertise. Don't you dare keep all that fun to yourself, you hear? You don't need to worry about that. Besides, I heartily classify this as fun. Okay. So this is Armor's sarcophagus. Take a closer look. Hey, these curtains open, Apollo. That's one big sarcophagus. They say that the mummy of Amara, the former queen, rests inside. A mummy, huh? Rats, it's locked. Hey, don't touch that. You mean we can't search inside it? Not a chance. Besides, it's not something anyone tried opening anyways. What if the real killer is hiding inside? Hey, anyone in there? Don't do that. You're going to get us cursed. Cursed? The queen likely bears a grudge towards the living after such a violent, painful death. So no one dares touch the sarcophagus for fear of incurring her wrath. Oh no, Apollo, what am I going to do? Don't look at me. In any case, the sarcophagus is temperature controlled. It keeps really cold to preserve the mummy. So even if someone did decide to hide inside it, they would eventually freeze to death. I see. So if they bundle up, I bet a person could hide in there for a little while. Looks like the Holy Mother was painted here to watch over Amara's sarcophagus. So it's like this tomb is protected by the founder? That must be so reassuring to those who left behind. Only one problem. She didn't paint the eyes she needs to do said watching. Come to think of it, she doesn't have a mouth to smile down on the tomb with either. It's actually kind of creepy. Wonder if being watched over by someone like that gives the queen nightmares. Hey, keep that down. The founder just might come and watch over you too. Look, one of the statues is broken. Yeah, but it's kind of hard to see from here. Let's check it out when we get a closer look. One of the statues is broken. Let's take a closer look. This is going to come in handy. It's a Magatama. Think. No, they're Mitamas. Did it come from the broken statue? Look, Apollo, there's another one. But the other statues... Oh, maybe. Only have one each. Hey, you're right. Maybe this statue was special or something. Don't know about that. This thing's more splintered than statue now. The bullet from the victim's gun did a real number on it. Seems like something you'd get cursed for, you know? In Minister Inga's case, I'd say getting your ticket punched is curse enough. Yeah, but don't curses extend to the afterlife? You don't need to stop taking what Naruto says so seriously. I'm perfectly capable of thinking for myself. This is what we want to look at. This back here. Look, there's a bullet here. It's on the pistol that the victim was carrying. My guess is he tried to shoot his attacker, but missed, and the bullet extended up from here. We've already determined the rifling marks to be the match of his gun. Rifling marks? Aren't those? Oh, shall I explain the science behind it? It's absolutely fascinating. Yes, because my FA asked about rifling marks, and the judge explained it to her. No, we're good. Lawyers think they're so smart. You do realize we can hear you. There's something shiny down here. Pendant. There's blood on it. I wonder who it belongs to. All we know is it's not the victim. No one in the royal family recognizes it. Emma, did you lift any fingerprints from it? Did, but wasn't able to get a clean one. too bad. But the blood turned out to be the victim's. That means it must have fallen here in the course of the murder. Might be dirt. Should ask him about it later. Ink butterfly pendant added to the court record. So we found a piece of the puzzle, so we're gonna be able to piece more together. Sarcophagus is surrounded by curtains. I bet someone could have hidden behind it. True, but that's one of the many places the Royal Guard checked after storming in. Wow, they were really thorough. Yes, well, apparently one of their members loves mystery novels. He peered in to every nook and cranny with an almost frightening amount of gusto. And when he was done, he said, "Very interesting. It's like one of those locked room mysteries. Sounds like he's in the wrong line of work." Miss Faye was apparently tied to this chair. Let's take a closer look. We should try to cover every angle possible here. Let us use the L to change our perspective and take a closer look. I bet you didn't know, but I happen to be a bit of an escape artist myself. Lucy showed me how to do her rope escape trick. And why would you bother learning something like that? Because we're always getting into trouble when working cases with Mr. Wright. So I thought it might come in handy someday. Well, I guess you're right about that. Miss Faye could have definitely used that knowledge. That's right. So now you just sit right here and we'll get started. What in the world gave you the idea I wanted to learn? Poor Miss Faye, she must have been tied up to this chair. I can just imagine how much her back must have hurt after sitting here for so long. Would have been torture for you, I bet. I mean, you don't know how to sit still. If by that you mean I like to stay active, then I have to agree with you. Aha! Look, there's a bloodstain on one of the chair legs. Really? Hey, you're right. I completely missed that. Let's move the chair so we can check under it. There's more blood underneath the chair leg. I wonder what's it doing here. I have some luminol here. Why don't you do some testing around it? Look. The bloodstain leads all the way to the sarcophagus. Emma, is this Mr. Ingus' blood? Hold on one second. Huh? That's strange. I didn't get it matched. So then, whose blood is it? Dirk and Maya Faye weren't wounded as far as we know. Wait until we get pieces put together, and this one's going to be our bombshell once we find out the truth. And the blood's been wiped up by someone for some reason. Yeah, that's strange too. Mysterious blood stain added to the court record. Okay, so... Wow, it's covered in blood. With a blood splatter this large, it must have gotten all over the killer too. Come to think of it. There was blood on Dirk's clothes. The circumstantial evidence points to Dirk being the killer. That's what I'd conclude if I were a cop too. Why are things always so bleak for me? Like a small army of monks, all neatly lined up. Looks like they're facing the sarcophagus in prayer. If you look carefully, each one has a slightly different expression. Wonder if they use real people as models. Some are frowning, some are smiling. There's one that looks like he's trying his hardest not to burst out laughing. Really? I wonder why. Maybe it's like those times when things are so intense you can't help but laugh. You know, like a funeral and stuff. They went through all the trouble of depicting that. Talk about going overboard. And we have one more thing to look at. This is the grape juice Inga was drinking. He was probably nervous before his meeting with Dirk. They drank grape juice? I'm not seeing the logic here. Mr. Wright told me all about it when he was hospitalized a few years ago. He said grape juice has something in it that helps you relax. Really? Are you sure he was talking about regular plain old grape juice? I think this is supposed to be the censoring part where it's supposed to be champagne, but it's universal across the Ace Attorney series. In order to not get the like so-called M rating, they went with grape juice, even though T rating allows for some alcoholic references, but it's touchy by the ESRB. It depends on how the reference is used. Because it sounds like he was talking about the fermented variety. No, he couldn't have meant that. I mean, we're talking about a medical facility. He wouldn't have allowed something like that in. You're right. Let's just leave it at that. So... is this supposed to be Amara channeling a spirit? It looks like the spirit of some country's sultan or something. And she seems to be conveying something to his retainers. She's on fire! This must be Amara's assassination as alleged carried out by Dirk. It really made him look evil. This is the weirdest one of all. Is this supposed to be Dirk facing his punishment in the afterlife? Anyways, I guess that's the last one. I guess we're supposed to see this as a happy ending. Yeah, except nobody came out of the story happy. Guess this is where Inga collapsed when he died. Let's take a closer look. Alright, so look at this. So this is the minister. So the minister was armed, huh? That's a 4-shot pistol. He had it for self-defense, apparently. But it won't be firing anything anytime soon. Huh? He was carrying a broken gun around for show? No, we recovered a bullet here, which means the gun probably broke as the minister fired its last round. Thing is, the gun's chambers are all empty. Yet, that one bullet is the only bullet we could find. That is strange. Where did the other 3 go? Maybe Dirk ate them? Maybe. We could ask the next time we see him. Just be ready for his predictably shocking answer. They've already taken the body away. Kind of sad how familiar I've become with body outlines. I have a photo of the body if you're interested. He was stabbed right in the back. Poor guy was practically skewered. What's he wearing on his arms? Those are the cuffs of justice. Seems to be a tradition here for the Minister of Justice to wear those forearm cuffs. They look like they were made for a thick fabric, so I guess they aren't for protection. Maybe they're for keeping his sleeves out of the way when handling documents. Yeah, that's probably the original purpose. But over the years, the reason for wearing them was probably forgotten. So now they're just one of many traditional things that people do without knowing why. Oh, I get it. Kind of like the way you roll up your sleeves, huh? Or your psychology? If we're going there. I happen to know why I started. Thank you very much. Some crime photo added to the court record. Wonder if this is Inga's cell phone. Should be. His fingerprints are all over it. Do you know if he talked with anyone recently? Yes, Phoenix Wright. There were a few calls logged between him and his underlings. They're all members of the secret police who were directly under Minister's control. You mean like spies? I don't think that's quite it. So this is the murder weapon. Emma, did you find any prints on it? Yep, and they were super clear. They belonged to one Dirk Sadmati. That's not good. Were there any others? There were one more pair from another individual, but it was too smudged to identify. It's probably an old print from someone else who had held the knife. Oh, and another piece of unhelpful information to add to our overgrowing pile. A baby on a lotus blossom. That's one strange painting. Apparently that's part of a mural depicting the life and times of Queen Amara. You know, like a storyboard or something. So that baby is supposed to be Amara? This one depicts Amara preaching to the faithful. hard to put into words, but I've never seen anything like it. Let's see, the next one is that Dirk? Why does he have horns? My best guess is it just fixed the first time Amara and Dirk met. So he's supposed to be some kind of demon who's seducing her? Well, he was successful since they got married after that. The mural continues on the opposite wall. Yeah, we already read that. Okay, we need... Here we go. It's full of ash. You must burn incense in here. So I was wondering, Apollo, did the ash come from the incense sticks that were burned in this? Or do people put their incense in after there was already ash in here to hold them up? Don't be silly, Athena. The answer is simple. The ash is the product of prayer from the countless visitors who came here. It's not a chicken or the egg kind of thing. Oh, that's an interesting take on it. It's so much more poetic than mine. Full ash. My guess would be this is an incense burner. Hey, look, Apollo. There's something in the ashes. Let's see what it is. This is something from Inga, I believe. Is that a gemstone? Wonder what it's doing here. I've got this one covered, Apollo. Would you like to hear my brilliant theory? Well, I guess it wouldn't do any harm. You know how people make wishes by throwing... You know, on second thought, I'm good. What? Are you sure you don't need to hear my theory? I was just about to get to the good part. Let's just ask Emma. That'll be much quicker. Excuse me, Emma. What's this gemstone doing here? Oh, that. It's not a gem. It's a button. A very expensive one from the victim's jacket. Must have fallen off and gotten in there somehow. See, every puzzle has an answer, Athena. Well, I thought my idea was pretty good. Wait, what's with this soot? See here on the gemstone? Hey, you're right. Gemstone added to the court record. Alright, anything else I need to look? Someone could have hid behind these curtains. Here, I'll give it a try. Well, can you tell I'm hiding here? No, I can't tell at all. That's it. That's the perfect hiding place. We did it, Apollo. We solved the case. Sorry to burst your bubble, but the royal guards searched the tomb high and low right after they stormed in. And they said no one else was in here besides Minister Inga, Dirk, and Miss Faye. Well, back to the drawing board, I guess. My brilliant deduction destroyed in 3 sentences. I think we've covered just about everything. Maybe we should go over what we learned so far. For starters, we're dealing with a locked room murder. But instead of the tomb being locked, it was being cordoned off by the royal guard. After the murder, no one was found to be hiding inside. Right, in addition, we also know that Dirk's fingerprints are all over the murder weapon. The curtain around the sarcophagus was drenched in the victim's blood on one side. The blood must have also gotten on the killer when they stabbed the minister from behind. Dirk had blood on him when the crime was first discovered. Unfortunately, he doesn't remember what happened. This is not good. So what we know so far is things couldn't be worse. Things couldn't be worse for our case, and that's still an understatement somehow. Yeah, it's looking pretty grim. Oh, if you two are done here, I'll have to ask you to leave. Go on, scoot. Something wrong, Emma? Why are you trying to give us the boot? It's just easier if you're not here when his ephemeral holiness arrives. Ah! Speak of the devil. Prosecutor Sadmati. Detective Sky, it seems you've spoken at length with these two lawyers. I do hope you've also kept an eye on them. Yes, of course, like a hawk. They didn't touch a single thing. Give a lawyer an inch and they'll take a mile. Never forget that. There's that look of distrust again. Hey, Naruto, do you really believe that Dirk's the guilty? And are you seriously going to prosecute this case? I mean, he's your father. You were once part of the Defiant Dragons, weren't you? Hey, Naruto, wait! I said wait! Come on, Athena, after him. Huh? Oh, right behind you! May 18th, Garden Palace, Royal Residence. Naruto, would you stop already? What do you want? About Dirk. Would you please hear me out? I fail to see why I should. Now, if you'll excuse me.
Hold it!
Naruto, are you afraid of what I might have to say? If not, then there's no harm in listening, right? Very well. Speak. Make it quick. There is much I must do. Why does everything have to be so difficult with you? So, I know you'll be prosecuting Dirk's case, but aren't there any other prosecutors in this country? Why does it have to be you? For a minute. Queen Garen personally requested that I serve as prosecutor. He did. That would make it hard to say no. Eminence thinks highly of my prosecutional skills. Still, he didn't have to ask you to handle a case against your own father. Be honest. You really don't want to do this, do you? You speak of love and sentiment. I guess so. I do not deny such human emotions, but the law is the law, and placing personal feelings above it is beyond reprieve. Do you disagree? Well, no, I don't disagree, but civilizations only exist due to the confines of the law. Without them, love and sentiment would lack the fertile soil they need to flourish. Do you disagree? No, but the law must be obeyed. The truth is, this truth sits above all else, including personal feeling. Therefore, whether or not I am the son of the accused is of no consequence. It is that simple. Or would you say otherwise? But, come on, Apollo. Tell him how wrong he is. But don't you, wish it wasn't that way? It appears I've wasted my breath on you. And the winner is Prosecutor Sadmati. Still spewing empty words devoid of meaning or consequence, I see. You putrid red pepper. Ugh. I know I'm right, but did he have to be so eloquent about his point? It's like he's trying to cover something up with his pretty words. Apollo, I'd cut back on the debates with him if I were you. Just stick to questions like the one you wanted to ask. Naruto, I wanted to ask you about the hostage situation. Inga said he had someone dear to Dirk in the palm of his hand. He was using that person, along with his hostage, as leverage in obtaining the orb. That's news to me. Well, that's what Inga said. You can kiss your chances of getting the orb goodbye. My affair ain't my only, how should I say, insurance, you know, Dirk. What? Got someone dear to you right in the palm of my hand, see? Now that one, well, you can imagine what kind of things I can do, right? Glad you're seeing things my way. I got the impression Dirk had no choice but to follow Inga's demands after he heard that. So who do you suppose this special person is? I know who it is. Do you know who it is, Dai? I'm pretty sure the answer is no, but you will find out who she is. And that's as far as I'm going to go, is saying it's a she. I wouldn't know. Yes, he does. My bracelet's reacting. Yes, he does. Yuta. About what you just said. Ah, ow, ow, my bracelet's is scratching my wrist. Ow, that really hurts. What the heck's going on? I'm wise, you tricked, you putrid pepper. That bracelet reacts to the anxieties of the people around you by squeezing your wrist. But now that I know how it works, I can make it tighten around your wrist anytime I wish. Consider this a warning. Ugh. I don't know how he did it, but this rendered my bracelet useless. Such chivalry is powerless in the face of the Holy Mother's blessing. Looks like your special power won't work on Prosecutor Sadmati, Apollo. We'll have to try something else. You're right. We'll just have to ask Dirk about this. It appears you intend to go through with a trial you have no hopes of winning. Grow up, Mr. Justice. We are no longer children, you and I. I'm not the one who needs to grow up, Naruto. In any case, you didn't hear. I won my last case against none other than Mr. Wright. You tell him, Apollo. Is he mad? I can never tell with him. This trial is different. Your foolishness will only earn you a death sentence for aiding and abetting a criminal. Those who die as criminals are doomed to be reborn in the next life as something lower than a bug or a vegetable. You would be lucky to return to this realm as a patch of mold. A mold? That's pretty harsh. If you wish to avert such a fate, abandon this folly. before it's too late. I don't care if I end up as a dollop of blue cheese dressing in my next life. I'm going to defend Dirk in court. Fool. Know this. I intend to prosecute the accused with all my might, no matter what you say or do. Consider yourself forewarned. Now, you will excuse me. Prosecutor Sadmati knows his father will be publicly executed if he's found guilty. Yet he won't show even an ounce of mercy. Naruto, is this the real you? Have you really changed? Do you really plan on sending Dirk to his death? Do you even hear me? Don't Dirk and I matter to you anymore? It's a little bit short, but I think we're going to continue. So, die. What do we know so far? Easy if you're gonna ask. Well, we technically don't know anything. So, yes, it is confusing, but that's only because we don't know anything yet. I will say that we aren't going to finish it tonight because this trial is, I think, in 3 parts. So we may do a part of the trial now and then do the last part of the trial next week. And then we'll do episode 6, which is the DLC case. May 18th, Temple Temple. Maya passed out right after we found her in the tomb. So, I guess we're not doing the trial. We're in Phoenix's perspective now. I feel exhausted. Can't keep my eyes open. She's been out cold ever since. We haven't been able to get a word out of her. The doctor says it's just exhaustion, but can't help but worry. What is it, right? Are you alright? Yeah, just thinking is all. I'm glad you're here, Edgeworth. But we wouldn't have gotten the permission we have without you. I didn't come all the way to Karayan to be useless. Speaking of the investigation, I received a few things from Detective Sky. These should prove to be useful to us as well. Here's our autopsy report added to the court record. Tomb diagram added to the court record. Tomb crime scene photo added to the court record. Can't thank you enough, Edgeworth. Honestly, I'd have been so lost without him these past few days. You there, the barbed-headed lawyer, Phoenix Wright. Huh? Oh, guard. You're from the Royal Guard, right? I am Lucky Royal Guard member and Her Eminence's shoulder rubber. That's very specific. Why, what's with the high-pitched voice, though? And what does the Royal shoulder rubber wants with me? Wait, come to think of it, my shoulders are... Don't be absurd. I am here for one purpose only. I am to bring you before Her Eminence, Queen Garin, Grand Priestess of Karayan. Will you comply? The Queen? What could she want with me? And why does he have to shout like that? I can't fathom why Queen Garin would summon you. but I advise you to accept Her Eminence's gracious invitation. Royal shoulder rubber lackey, was it? May I join Mr. Wright in his audience with the Queen? The name is Lackey, La apostrophe key, and all praises the omnipotent Lingarin, for she has already foreseen and approved your request, Chief Prosecutor Edgeworth. You are both to come with me. You mean to say Queen Garin sees our every move? Yes, indeed. Her Eminence's spiritual power is immense. She can even see what's going on thousands of miles away. Right. I fear I'll lose my hearing next if we don't hurry. Yeah, me too. Why would the Queen herself summon me personally? What could she possibly be up to? So, you'd been here all this time, I wonder? I wonder where you had gone. Don't tell me you missed me, Edgeworth. As if. Of course, I've been so peaceful without you around. You make it sound like I have legal devastation in my way. Wait. Well, don't you? Well, Wright, what do you intend to do now? I was thinking. I want to help Apollo win this case. So why don't we try to gather whatever information we can? You're quite the considerate boss. Well, I kind of forced him to take care of the office in my absence, so it's the least I can do. May 18. Garin Palace. Audience chamber. Ah, the barbed-headed lawyer has arrived. We bid you welcome. And you as well, Chief Prosecutor Edgeworth. They're not going to give any nickname to Miles Edgeworth. Thank you. The place is still as magnificent as last time. We have heard much about you, Barbed One. Seems your bluffs and tomfoolery tend to leave our court devastated in their wake. Is that what people have been saying about me? Right. Where are your manners? Your Eminence, I am most humble and delighted to be in your presence. Oh, Your Eminence. Glad to be here. Looks like you're doing well. It is all right. There is no need to keep your head bowed all day. Yes, Your Eminence. Griffith's not looking too good. I guess even she can't just bounce back from her father's murder. So what can I do for you, Your Eminence? We wish to question you about something related to the case at hand. Perfect, because I have a few questions of my own. We fear we do not fully comprehend what has transpired. So is it that we summoned you here to further elucidate the situation? Is it true that our husband Inga had been seeking the Founder's Orb? That's right. He wanted to trade a hostage for it. That's why he abducted Maya Fey. Insolent fool! Ow! That is a lie, I say. Father would have never done such a thing. But he did abduct Maya. That is, I will not stand here and listen to this nonsense. You will pay for this, you. Ow, ow, ow! Please, your benevolence! That is quite enough, Rafa. We understand your feelings, but we fear he speaks the truth. For we believe we know why your father would do such a thing. Huh? We believe he was seeking the orb as a means of obtaining spiritual power. With it, he intended to usurp the throne. Mother! What do you mean, Your Eminence? Inga was planning a coup, or he was dissatisfied with the current administration. His secret police was the primary instrument of his treason. Secret police? They came up during the High Priest's murder trial, too. An elite force under the direct command of the Minister of Justice. In this case, Inga. The man who was hunting down rebels as Lady Kira was a member of that group. Indeed, Inga turned that once proud force into his own private army. He intended on using them to launch a coup and assassinate us. So Your Eminence had no control over them? As much as it shames us to admit it, Kirian is not the unified realm it would appear to be. We are truly sorry you have had to witness the dirty underbelly of our kingdom. How could Father? But know that Inga could not have become king simply through our assassination. From Kirian, only those who possess the spiritual power may sit on the throne. See, that explains why Minister Inga was seeking the Founder's Orb. Hard one. Do you recall the man known as Islubin Understanding? What about him? He too was involved in Inga's machination. Inga had bought his loyalty, ordered this man to steal the orb and cover up the theft. And then he sent the orb to the US for Dr. Buff to study. It's all coming together. The capture of the infamous villain Dirk Sadmati may prove to be the crowning achievement of our reign. Now, perhaps the kingdom may return to peace it once knew. Oh, what a joyous day. Hail to Her Eminence Queen Garen, Grand Priestess of Kirian. Her Eminence spiritual powers invoke a blessing straight from the Holy Mother. You could see how her cronies would be elated at that prospect. But the Queen herself seems almost giddy for someone whose husband was just murdered. Father. Rafa, on the other hand, doesn't appear to be taking it so well. About that incident that occurred 23 years ago. The one in which Dirk was accused of assassinating Queen Amara? Yes, he set fire to her private residence, burning my dear sister alive. Murder by arson? Only a demon would be capable of such a heinous crime. That event also set the stage for you two to become queen. What did you do before you were crowned queen, Your Eminence? Part of our training to be queen, we served in many different governmental positions, the longest of which was at the previous Minister of Justice. It was in the position that we were both able to support our elder sister, Queen Amara. Interesting. That's her husband's position, or at least it was. And when you ascend to the throne, you pass the Defense Culpability Act. Those who would support criminals will be deemed just as guilty. What prompted you to pass something like the Defense Culpability Act, Your Eminence? The assassination of our dear sister Amara. When the infamous villain Dirk Sudmati was apprehended, he announced that he would act as his own lawyer. Right, Dirk used to be a lawyer. Dirk had been an extraordinarily talented lawyer and highly esteemed by the people, but he falsified evidence in an attempt to win his own case. See, when the truth of his fabrications and the assassination of the Queen came to light, people were devastated, and trust in the legal system prompted. Now, why does that sound so familiar? Yeah, I wonder. In Korean, the Hall of Justice is a sacred space where victims receive their last rites. Should the people lose their faith in it, the kingdom would be shaken to its very core. That is why the Defense Culpability Act had to be passed. The only way to keep our legal system from tumbling into the abyss. So that's how you sought to eliminate the use of perjury and phony evidence, huh? The law is what made lawyers go extinct in your kingdom. Now there's no one left to defend those who have been accused. We see how you could take issues with such a reality. However, we have not banned the act of lawyering itself. Those who are confident that they can prove their client's innocence are always welcome to mount a vigorous defense, as you yourself have shown. Well, I guess so, but without lawyers, there's a possibility of false charges being filed and prosecuted. As long as our prosecutors continue to run nothing but perfect trials, there needn't be fear of such imperious dealings. Do you agree? Perfect prosecutors and their perfect trials, huh? Let's not get started down this path. Furthermore, here in Korean, we have the divination seance. So it is we no longer need lawyers, for the dead do not lie. Well, in the short time I've been here, I've beaten back false charges twice. And I've found that the cases built on the memories of the dead are less than perfect. So yes, I do take issues with the Defense Culpability Act, to say the least. Oh, ho, ho, ho. Such relentless rhetoric. Your reputation precedes you, Bard One. It feels as if we ourselves were being cross-examined. Oh no, that wasn't my intention. It is true that some feel that the Defense Culpability Act is a necessary evil at best, but it is a small sacrifice upon which the peace of our kingdom has been forged. If you consider executing innocent lawyers a small sacrifice, then sure. The fact is that following its passage, the crime rate here in Korean dropped markedly. Therefore, we have no regrets concerning the enactment of the Defense Culpability Act. Really? None at all? Right. Why don't we leave it at that? This isn't a court of law, after all. Yeah. About the Founder's Orb that was to be exchanged for the hostage when missing after the murder. Would you happen to know anything about it? It's missing? I'm sure Dirk had it when he went into the tomb. If it wasn't there, I have no idea where it could be, Your Eminence. In that case, then perhaps Dirk has hidden it somewhere. Incidentally, there is the matter of the horned youth you were with. Oh, you must mean Apollo. From his odd hairstyle, may we assume him to be a relative? Perhaps your younger brother? No, you got it all wrong. He's Dirk's son. Well, more like foster son. They're not actually related by blood. Dirk? Royal Guard. Your Eminence. What's she whispering in the one guy's ear? Thank you for your time. The two of you may go now. Yes, Your Eminence. We'll be on our way. Okay, now what? Apollo and Athena have the murder scene investigation covered, so maybe we should go speak with the locals over at the bazaar. Okay. The Wayaboo. May 18th, Brian Bazaar. What was that a lion? Oh, that caught me by surprise too when I first heard it. It's the cry of the local bird known as the warbard. A bird? That sounds like that. Yep, that would be it. Sounds more like a beast than a bird, if you ask me. It's a form of mimic cry, you know, to help protect them against predators and stuff. Yes, well, can't say I've heard one quite like that before. Yeah, that's what a warbod looks like. If you haven't really paid attention, Di. That bird right there. Oh, it's more than unusual. It's endangered. It's extremely rare to encounter one in the wild these days. If it's so rare, then what's one doing out here in the middle of the bazaar? You got me. Maybe it's got something to do with it being their national bird. Ah! Was that a gunshot? Sorry, PW? What was that, Dats? The Defiant Dragon's newest weapon. I call these puppies Dragon Snot Snap. Are you... And you need those, why? Because our hard work is starting to pay off. Thanks to our TV signal hijacking and stuff, more and more people are joining our cause. But on account of that, the regime's been cracking down on us real tough like. Yeah, there's been a lot going on lately. You can say that again. I mean, what would the High Priestess fake murder / suicide? People are calling it the DCA tragedy, and it's really it's causing a real public uproar. Hopefully this means Tyler's deaths won't be in vain after all. So how exactly is a handful of firecrackers going to be of help to you guys anyway? Simple. First, I supply them to our fellow rebels. Then we use them as a diversion when we need to shake Garen's goon. Huh? Like this. Whoa! Well, you cut that out. I'm not with the regime and I'm not chasing you. Your reaction. That was priceless, PW. Guess I saw the warbot too. It's a miracle no one's trying to arrest him while he's too busy laughing. You there. You are the one of those insurgents, are you not? Yikes! Take that! Bang! And he's gone. Those firecracks are more useful than I thought. Barbed head! You're benevolent. What can I do for you? I wanted to speak with you about what my mother said. I do not believe a word of it. My father could not have been planning a coup. Well, I can understand why you'd feel like that, but it was a setup. Someone must have been plotting against him. And how do you know that? I just do, because the Holy Mother guides me. And as the royal priestess, I must uncover the truth for all to see. Maybe this is just how Rafer expresses her sense of duty. You're investigating this matter, are you not? Then rejoice, for I shall accompany you and bestow upon you the royal priestess's wisdom. That's the best news I've heard all day, your benevolence. No one would dare get in our way with Rafa by our side. We humbly accept your offer, don't we, Edgeworth? Oh, as you wish, right? Excellent. Then let us begin with my father's private quarters. We should be able to find some clues there. I shall expose this false charge for what it is, if it is the last thing I do. Could it be? Is the reason she's too defensive about Inga because she's a daddy's girl? Wait until she finds the truth. Bobhead, let us not waste any time. My father's private quarters are located within the royal residence. Now follow me. Well, wait, she's sure in a hurry. Right? The minister's private quarters may hold evidence related to his murder as well. Yeah, maybe we can kill two birds with one stone. Griff is awfully fired up. I just hope she'll be ready for the truth we find. After all, it's hard to believe that Inga was not in full control of the whole affair. Whoops, I don't want to do this again. I was hoping that it would be new. Alright, let's go. May 18th, Garden Palace. Royal Residence. Now, if we could figure out which of these buildings houses Inga's private quarters, well, we already know, which is that building right there. That one over there. That's where we'll find Rafa. There are footprints coming from the residence. Too bad they just kind of end. I wonder who made them and where they went. This turned over urns filled its water all over the place. It was already knocked over when we got here already this afternoon, so you can't rule out Athena at least. You can, right? What does it say about you if you first suspect is your own subordinate? Now that's what I call an extravagant exterior. Is this where Inga's private quarters are? Watch your step, right? That urn's been knocked over, spilling water everywhere. Yeah, the ground's soaked. I wonder who did this. I think someone's in there. Father. Is that Princess Rafa? There were still so many things I wish to tell you. She always puts on such a brave face. But hearing her crying all alone, I can't help but think of Lucy. Father. Princess Rafa? Are you in there? Ah, just a moment, I'll be right out. I see you are finally here. Well, let us commence our investigation, shall we? Your benevolence? Maybe you should rest for a minute first? You were eavesdropping on me, were you? Oh, no, I mean, yes, sorry, I couldn't help but overhearing. It wasn't like I was spying on you or anything. You stupid farm dad! Ow! You could have feigned ignorance. It's as if your brain to mouth filter shuts off the moment you step out of the courtroom. I'm not that bad, Edgeworth. Anyways, what took you so long? I thought you would never get here. You had a lot of nerve keeping the crown princess waiting. Oh, sorry? This was my father's residence. I have already unlocked it, so you can go right in. Oh, and be careful. Some dingbat dog got in the courtyard and spilled water over there. Sounds like I'll be your guide's dog. Dingbat dog? That's right. The yappy mutt spilled a whole urn's worth. I wonder how it got into this area. Do you know what it looks like? I have better things to do than memorize what some stray dog looks like. Anyways, is it not worth talking about? It is not worth talking about. Let's search my father's room, shall we? I really hope she's all right. May 18th. Garan Palace. Inga's private quarters. Now I see something that I did not want to see again. Do you see something that looks familiar from a previous game? Do you see it, Di? What a mess. You can definitely tell a guy used to live in this room. I guess Inga and I had at least that much in common. Ah, this staff keeps getting in the way. Nina! Oh! That should be a clue, Di. Nina is missing. Where is she? We'll keep an eye on that later. Huh? Where's Nina? Normally... she comes running whenever Rafa calls. That's right. Nina is what? Oh well, you barbed head. Come, hold this staff for me. Why me? Just take it. It's too heavy. And I'm tired of holding it. How does Nina put up with this day in and day out? I'll just set it over here for now. Barbed head. I, the royal priestess of Karayan, shall share my thoughts on the abduction. You will? Listen carefully, for such opportunities do not come often. Yes, of course. We'd be grateful to hear anything you'd have to share. My father was very likely seeking to obtain the Founder's Orb, but it's not for the purpose of a comfort. It was all for my sake. For your sake, Founder's Orb is capable of bestowing great spiritual powers. My father truly believed that. And he wanted that power to be mine. I haven't finished my training. I still can't channel spirits. He was doing it for me. Right. I see. It is plausible, but doubtful. Well, do you understand why he did it now? I do, but it doesn't change the fact that Minister Inga was a kidnapper. Ah! Yeah, he has a point. But I guess you don't believe he is, do you? Ooh. New information is sure to surface upon further investigation. Suffice to say, he did this all for me. End of story. Was he really trying to obtain the orb for Rafa? Somehow I doubt it. Speaking of powers, I wonder if Rafa would be performing the divination seance tomorrow. We'll get to that. I should probably ask her about that. Your benevolence. I noticed Nina isn't with you today. I know now where she is gone. I have not spoken with her since this morning. I assume she must be quite busy today. I did catch a glimpse of her a little after 2 o'clock. I tried calling out to her. She went off somewhere again. A little after 2? That's about an hour before the murder. Indeed. Of all the times for this to happen, she only comes to me the moment I call her name. I know it's hard to believe, but even nannies have lives, you know. Your inability to find her after the murder is slightly alarming. I wonder if her absence is related to today's incident somehow. Do you think she was unwittingly caught up in them? Who knows? At least, at the very least, I don't think she was at the scene of the crime. I hope she is all right. Jennifer seems really worried for Nina. I take it you'll be conducting tomorrow's divination seance? Who else if not I? The point. The thing is, divination seance is all about what victims experience in their final moment. But tomorrow, Rachel will be experiencing her own father's death exactly as it happened. That's more than anyone should ever have to deal with. Do you think she'll be able to handle it, Di? If you were in her shoes, would you want to do the divination seance? My guess is no. You don't know? If I was in Rafa's shoes, I probably would not want to, because I don't want to foresee my father's death. Do you really have to go through with the seance tomorrow? There's really no one else? What about just calling the whole thing off? It's not as if I'm doing this because I want to. No? Never mind. I misspoke. The divination seance is a very important duty of the royal priestess. It is one I intend to fulfill. There's that word, duty. You're benevolent. As crown princess, you are destined to rule this kingdom one day. That means there will be many things that you alone must determine. Things like how to keep your people happy, what is true and what is false. Most importantly, what role you must play therein. I wonder if I'm even up to the task. Performing the divination seance is very important for a priestess. A duty or not, it's a heavy burden for someone so young. Even worse, she'll be forced to watch her father's murder. Will it be a weight too heavy for her to bear? Now you can see why it's going to be pretty dark for the trial. Remember, she's only 14 years old. You're benevolent. Has Nina served you long? Yes. She has been at my beck and call for as long as I remember. I have heard she even cared for me as an infant. right down to changing my diapers. I'm going to be very honest with you. That whole statement she just said, 100% true. Wait until we find out why that's true. The diapers? It almost sounds like she could be your mother. Remember what he said. Remember what he said. Indeed. That is a... Hello, test is... Sokar? Welcome to the stream. Indeed. But that is a simple fact of life when your mother is busy being queen. Nina takes care of my every need. She's my teacher in all things as well. I have played this game before. This is going to be my first time playing it on the Switch, though. I own this game on the 3DS. Rafa's pool of knowledge seems rather lopsided in some respects. Could that be the result of Nina's teaching? Nina. Could it be that my trusted attendant has come to dislike me? No. Very far from the truth, Rafa. She would never do that. Now that I think about it, perhaps I've been acting rather spoiled as of late. Oh, I'm sure she'll be back. Yes, I suppose Nina would never truly abandon me. Upon her return, I will do something nice for her. Perhaps she'd like a shoulder massage. How did I know? Yes, I've played this before. But I'm trying not to give out spoils because my moderator in here has not even seen the game yet. And she's kind of playing along with me despite I'm controlling it, okay? And yet, I can't shake the feeling that Nina's connected to this case in some way. Good. I appreciate that. All right, now we're going to look at this thing first because this caught my eye first. What's this? Issue Lebel. Now, you remember this from the last game. Never thought I'd see this brand again. It appears to be a sample of some sort of spray-on hair color. Jet black. I wonder if it was going gray. Yes. And I kind of noticed the translators use the UK spelling of gray. Here, Edgeworth, maybe you could use it. Just because Edgeworth has gray hair doesn't mean he's going gray. I like my natural hair color just fine, thank you very much. His desk is crammed full of documents. They appear to be paperwork for execution. Well, for this many case? Indeed, something is rotten in the kingdom of Karian. This one dates back to 5 years ago. Something tells me he simply kept putting them off because he hated doing paperwork. There are some muddy shoe prints here. Come to think of it, there was some spilled water by the entrance. Somebody must have stepped in there before coming in here. They're already dry. That means they're at least several hours old. And someone must have been in here today in the early afternoon. For our servants clean this room every day. Here in Korean, we have a saying, leave not today's untidiness to tomorrow. Mine is, why clean up today when you can leave for tomorrow? It's a syringe and a vial. Those were for my father's back pain. He said it really helped when the pain was particularly unbearable. It was that bad, huh? They must have been injecting some sort of painkiller directly into his back then, which is not good. Yes, my father said his back pain could knock him off his feet. I know the feeling. I've experienced some pretty serious back pains of my own. Wow, we can't have you throw your back out in court, so why don't you take a vial? Oh, no thanks. I hear your body builds up a tolerance to that sort of thing. Painkiller shots ninjas into pockets. I thought you didn't want them. I'm going straight to a chiropractor as soon as I get home. This is most likely a special ink pad for the Justice Minister's stamp. His insignia is carved big and bold right on the lid. Talk about overkill. Did he really have to mark everything he owned? That's one luxurious and comfy looking bed. Can I have that bed? I don't want the canopy. The canopy looks ugly. I've slept on nothing but hard floors since coming into Korean. Can't wait to sleep in a nice soft bed again. Then take it. It's yours if you wish. We'll have to clean this room out anyway, now that my father's gone. Don't you want to keep these things as a memento of your father? Besides, I don't need his spirit haunting me late at night. Do you suppose if I slept on it, I could see my father once more? Princess Rafa, I honestly don't know how to answer that. This notepad must belong to Inga. Let's see. Nina, Inga's notes. Nina, purple hair, glasses, diamond-shaped tattoo on forehead. Dirk, long hair, eye patch, blue clothes. Phoenix Wright, spiky hair, blue clothes, pink necktie. I thought it was red. That's strange. These appear to be notes detailing people's most prominent characteristics. Hey, there's even some stuff about me in here. Why would he bother doing this? I'm afraid even I can't answer that. Whatever the reason, it's given me a case of the heebie-jeebies. It's as though he was taking down descriptions of people over the phone. That's what it reminds me of anyway. What a brilliant deduction! One fitting of a chief prosecutor such as yourself. I commend you. That's high praise coming from you, your benevolence. Edgeworth's right. They do look like deduction notes, but I don't know. I mean, why bother describing Nina, who he must have seen every day? Inga's notepad added to the court record. We will find the answer to that later. Wow, that's one gaudy statue. My father sculpted it himself from a block of solid gold. What blade did he use to sculpt it? Because I don't think another standard chipping tool is going to sculpt it like that. Yes, I understand gold is a soft metal, but I don't think we have tools enough that's going to sculpt it like that. Why does it not surprise me that he was also a narcissist? It's pretty detailed. He even included the special stamp of his. Okay. Hey, the stamp's a little loose. Okay, that's where we're gonna pause for now until she gets back. While we wait for her, I'm gonna go and do something. All right, I'm back. Recap. I'm just sitting over there sleeping. Welcome back, Di. All right. We're going to find some very important piece of evidence here. Ah! Look, there's a secret safe inside. Oh my! To think such a thing was here all this time. Rats. Looks like we need the combination to get in. I'm really beginning to wonder what's inside that safe. Any idea what the combination might be, Your Benevolence? None whatsoever. Looks like a 4-digit. Oh, hi. Looks like a 4-digit combo lock, so maybe it's a date. Come here. Come here. Where are you going? You gonna sit on my breakfast bars? You gonna sit on my cereal bars? Hold on a sec. Cat wants some camera time. There we go. Cat wants some camera time. Very surprising that the microphone is not picking up your purring. Your purring is so loud. Hi, do you know what the combination lock is? But it's probably not anything that would be easy to guess. Well, let's try some dates and see what happens. Wonder what date Inga would use as a combination. Which one of those sounds plausible to you? I don't think that date would be his concern. That would be one of them I would think that would not be his concern. The date would be something that would be more concerned to him. When's your birthday, Your Benevolence? You're wasting your time. It could not possibly be my birthday. Oh, come on. It's worth a shot. Fine. It's December 24th. She's a Christmas Eve baby. Christmas Eve? Well, let's give it a try. 1, 2, 2, 4. Ah! It opened. It did. Yep, and it looks like the bottom safe was a fake. Something meant to mislead would-be thieves, no doubt. Still, it was rendered quite ineffective by his use of such an easy guess combination. Why, Father? Why my birth date? Alright, we need to check this. So, this is the biggest evidence of all that we really need for the case. Okay, let's see what's in here. This looks like a letter or something. Let's see. Dear Father, I want to wish you a happy birthday. You're always so kind and I love you very much. Hope you live to be 100 years old. Love, Rafa. Well, he's not going to live to be 100 years old. Sadly. I wrote that to my father when I was 8 years old. Father, why would you hold on to something so childish and stupid? So, here's the thing about parents. Whether the child thinks it's childish and stupid as they get older, parents always cherish those moments. They never let go of their children's most precious moments. There are some other papers in here. Gyron assassination plan. Once I position the queen, the throne will be mine. spiritual power I obtain from the treasure will back up my claim. In the meantime, the secret police are to keep a close watch on Garin. This is a plan for his Diete. What? Give me that. I don't understand. It seems Justice Minister Inga was plotting the assassination of the Queen. This can't be true. Father would never harm Mother. Or Rafa. It has to come as a terrible shock. What's this? There's a photo in here too. We're gonna take a long look at this picture and we're gonna piece everything together. What is the first thing you notice in this picture? Move your eyes to the left. Maybe I can help you. You see it? We'll get to the baby later. But this is more important right here. This is more important right up here. You see me pointing at it, right, Di? Right there. What is that? Sadmadi's mother? Which Sadmadi? You're talking about Nayuta Sadmadi? Yes. This book over here is actually a law book with the Defiant Dragon symbol onto it. And the woman in the picture is Queen Mara. We'll get to knowing who the baby is at some point. It's a woman and a baby. I wonder who they are. On the far left, there's a law book with the mark of the Defiant Dragons branded on it. Wait! That's... Your benevolence? How? How can this be? Princess Rafa! She's looking incredibly pale. She just had a panic attack. That's why she's pale. You're benevolent. Are you all right? All right? How can I be all right? Huh? All that I believed. It was all lies. The lies are piling up. I'm afraid I don't follow. What's actually talking about? Can I ask who the woman is in this picture? How should I know? You will find out. It seems I didn't know anything that was going on. Doesn't look like I'm going to get much more out of her while she's like this. Woman's photo added to the court record. Mother. Huh? I must ask my mother about this secret she is hiding. What secret? I must go. Goodbye. Wait. What was that all about? It's like her mind was off somewhere else. It appears this photo really upset her. So, Di, can you figure out the truth? There's a lot of things that were just revealed to you, not in so many words, but it's still unknown between Phoenix Wright and Miles Edgeworth. You're right. Who's the who do you think the baby is? Which means who are her parents? Her real parents are Queen Amara and Dirk Sadmati. Now you can understand why she has so much anxiety. I wonder who the lady is in this picture is. Stop! Shadu, come back here! Or Shadu. Shadu is the one that knocked over the urn, by the way. Wait, that sounds like I'll be in Shadu. That's odd. Commoners aren't normally allowed in this area. I wonder what's afoot. May 18th. Garden Palace. Royal Residence. No! Edgeworth! Oh, one of you have a good explanation for this. Edgeworth's cravat sees a lot of interesting characters. I'm so sorry. Hi, Albie. Know what you do. Bad dog. Leave the man's frilly thingy-majiggy alone. Frilly majig thingy-majiggy. That's a scientific term now, Di, right? I'm sure you say that word a lot too, thingy-majiggy. Try to find that word in the dictionary. If you would kindly detach your dag from my cravat. Right away, sir, just hold still in. And... No, stop fooling like that. You're only stretching the fabric. Come on, you do. Let go of his cravat. John McCall it. This isn't working. I'll just have to pull harder then. 1, 2. Wait, what are you? 3. Come on. No. Oh. I'm surprised he didn't get strangled. Were you trying to kill me? I'm really sorry, mister. My dog has a habit of attaching frilly things like that. Maybe for his sake, he should stick to more traditional targets like cards and its tail. Bad idea with a car, because if he gets caught on the tire, he's just gonna roll with it. At least with a tail, he can be safe, and it's going to be very harmless. Even though it's going to look silly while he's doing it. What's worse, he snuck in here again today and stole some weird-looking hat. That would be Nina's hat. I don't know what to do anymore. Bad dog, you're a very bad dog. Wait a second. I've seen that hat before. Albie, could I see that hat again? Sure. Wait, isn't this Nina's hat? But I thought she disappeared. She swiped it from someone. Albie, how exactly did she do to get this? Allow me to explain. It all started while we were on a walk through the bazaar today. And suddenly, Dad's appeared out of a manhole. Ah! Whoa! They're the fangs of the defiant dragons. Ah! That Sarble is here. Hey, you want to join us, our cause, kid? Huh? Naturally, I was super startled by the weirdo sudden appearance. Dog of the guard regime. Huh? But this is my dog Shadoo. Defiant dragon secret weapon. Dragon snot snaps. Achoo! Wah! Oof. Oh man, the look on your face, that's classic! The sudden bang of the firecracker spooked Shadoo and he ran off into the crowds. Shadoo, come back here! That'll teach you guys, lapdog! You there, what do you think you're doing? Not good! That's when a policeman came running over and hauled Dats away. That happened right around 2 p.m. if I remember correctly. I'm not even going to pretend I know what Dats was trying to do. I chased after Shadoo, and when I finally caught up to him here in the palace courtyard, he had this in his mouth. 2 p.m., huh? That's about an hour before the minister's death. Nina supposedly went missing after the murder. This would place her here at the palace at around 2. Albie's statement added to the court record. Actually, I just remembered I saw something pretty amazing around that time too. Something amazing? So Albie, what was it you saw that was so amazing? I saw Her Eminence Queen Garen channeling a spirit. Is it really that big of a deal to see her channeling someone? You bet it is. Commoners are never allowed to behold the sacred rite. Oh? Can you tell me more? Of course. I'm always happy to explain. I believe it was around 2:10 p.m. today. I lost on the palace grounds while looking for Shadoo. Ooh, what is this place? It gives me the creeps. Where could Shadoo have gone? In my search, I took a peek into a small room, and that's when I saw Queen Garen. She was channeling a spirit for a neighboring kingdom's king. I saw her transform right before my eyes. I was so excited I had to take a picture of it. You took a picture? No, I shouldn't have. But I just couldn't help myself. Between this and the treasure room, Albie's not exactly the picture of self-restraint. Her channeling rite ended right after that, so I ran off before anyone could spot me. I could have been arrested again, you know? Yeah, I know. Anyways, here's a copy of the picture. Just don't tell anyone I was the one who took it. I worry about his future sometimes. Channeling photo added to the court record. We need to take a look at this picture. Come to think of it, why did you and Shadoo get into the royal residence anyways? It's not open to commoners after all. Allow me to explain. There's a way to get into the palace from the bazaar. It's a bit of a tight squeeze though. Shadoo can easily fit, but anyone bigger than me is out of luck. You don't say. Yeah, part of the palace will be damaged and there's a hole I could just make it through. Go on. Bet you didn't know they have some really tasty food here. Oh, then this isn't your first time in here, huh? Trespassing is illegal, you know. No, it's not like that. I didn't mean any harm. It's just I want to help change this kingdom. What do you mean? Well, after Miss Faye's trial, I started thinking like maybe there was something I could do to help the revolution too. Maya's trial, huh? That tragedy only happened because of how twisted Karayan's legal system has become. How utterly foolish to cast away one's life for such a reason. There must have been other ways to cover up the crime. Yet, had I done so, my wife would rush to my defense. The case went to trial. She would suffer the same fate as I under the Defense Culpability Act. I could not have lived with myself, and she was convicted because of that fiendish man. This cannot be. All I have done under the laws of her kingdom, it has all been. The DC Act led to the false charges against Maya and the High Priestess suicide. The trial also caused the public to start questioning the current state of things. And it seems even Albie has some pretty strong feelings on this matter. I knew there had to be something I could do to help. That's when I remembered the hole in the palace wall and started thinking, maybe I could sneak in and take a picture of one of the royals that's no good. I just wanted to do my part. Spirit of revolution seems to be catching on, even with one so young. Right, the momentum. The momentum is steadily building, and the tipping point is fast approaching. Just a matter of when. I agree, and the public's perception of the Defiant Dragon seems to be changing too. Albie? You can't go trespassing like that. Even if it's for a good cause, it's not right. Okay, I won't do it again. Albie, is that really all you have to confess? You haven't been up to any other mischief? When I say you, I mean Shadu. Huh? Oh, I don't know what you're talking about. Nice try, Albie, but the proof is literally right in front of us. So, we need to take a look at this picture here. So, it's a little dim right now, but we need to remember this picture. Okay? Because there's something about this picture that we need to understand, okay? So keep this picture in mind. Okay. I'm wondering, where do I go from here? You don't go here, that's for I need to go there. So we do need to show something to Albie. I know I shouldn't have taken that picture, but it was the first time I ever seen the spirit medium at work. I couldn't help myself. At least he knows what he did was wrong. 400 damas per copy sounds about right. Albie, you're not planning to sell this photo to tourists, are you? Come on, Mr. Wright. You don't really think I'd do that, do you? Now I really fear for his future. Albie, you wouldn't happen to know about how this urn got knocked over, would you? Ah! Because her benevolence told me something rather interesting. Be careful. Some dingbat dog got in the courtyard and spilled water over there. Dingbat dog? That's right. The yappy mutt spilled a whole urn's worth. The dingbat dog she mentioned wouldn't happen to be Shadu, would it? Oh, I guess the dog's out of the bag. Sorry I lied, but I was worried I'd get in trouble. I know I shouldn't lie to a lawyer like that. No, it's not good to lie to anyone like that. Let's try to only tell the truth, okay, Albie? Oh, Mr. Wright, I almost forgot. I saw a couple of Americans a moment ago. They had really weird haircuts, so I thought they might be friends of yours. Really now, seems your little friend thinks all us Americans have strange hairstyles. I suppose we have you to thank for that, right? So what exactly did their hair look like? There was a guy with two crops of hair sticking out of his forehead like antennas. Then there was this lady with a long bunch of hair that looked like a big orange spider leg. Oh, that sounds like Apollo and Athena. What were they doing? They were racing through the bazaar with the Garden Royal Guard in hot pursuit. Wait, what? Why were they being pursued? Not sure, but I have my suspicions. I just hope they're all right. Sorry for not mentioning it before. It just kind of slipped my mind. Yes, we're going to save. All right, that looks like that's where we're going to end it for tonight. It looks like we're going back to Apollo perspective. It's an investigation. We should still be doing the trial tomorrow as well. All right, what do you think, Di? Some pieces started to fit together. So confused? More channeling nonsense like before. Okay, so what's your theory? I want to hear your theory, your channeling theory. You overthinking? What were you thinking? If you were thinking Maya was channeling, doing any of the channeling, remember Maya's in the hospital. Okay. So, any other theories you want to think? Like, who was responsible for Inga's death? You think the queen is involved? Um, how was the queen involved? Eh, that's why you're confused. There's so many pieces of the puzzle that still hasn't been put together yet. So what we do know is, and Rafer will find this out at some point. Queen Garin and Inga are not her real parents. She is technically a Sadmati. Her parents are Queen Amara and Dirk Sadmati, which also means that her brother is Nayuta Sadmati. Which is a very big puzzle. You're thinking none of them make sense. Well, you're gaining experience if you're trying to put pieces together. So what's one theory that you're trying to put together? You can come up with as many theories as you want. They're not exactly using Rafa to stay in power. They have manipulated Rafa so they make her believe that she is the victim, which in this situation she's still considered a victim, but they believe that she was kidnapped as a young girl, and they made her believe that Garen is the real mom and stuff like that. They just manipulated her. That's it. But they're not really using Rafa. Just that Rafa has been fed so much lies from who she has thought were her parents. Why does some of this feel like the plot of Tangled mixed with The Lion King at times? um, I haven't really watched the movie Tangled. I already know that. I know it's a reference to Rumpelstiltskin or Rapunzel. It's a it's Rapunzel. But like I said, I haven't watched Disney's interpretation of it. Well, I've read the book Rapunzel, so it's not a necessity for me to actually watch the movie because it's based off the book Rapunzel. I have watched The Lion King. I had owned the movie at one time. Before it was edited, though. Disney's movies are slightly altered from the original book. Well, Rapunzel is a short story, from what I know. I'm not aware of a novel of Rapunzel. I know Rapunzel is a short story. So I read that in school, or Tangled was a thing, but I know the story of Rapunzel. But if you're thinking maybe Rafa is the Rapunzel and Queen Ara is King Mufasa, yes, there are a lot of them that are originally dark. I think I'm not sure if that's where you're going. Is Rafa supposed to be Rapunzel and Queen Mara is Mufasa? If that's how you're portraying as, wait until the pieces start to come together. I'm thinking that's what your theory was. But it's going to blow your mind once we get to the trial. Because it was one hell of a bombshell. Well, anyways, that's going to be it for this week. Inga is scarred in some way. Inga ends up getting killed before his final battle with Simba. If Inga is supposed to be Scar, he got killed before he had his encounter with Nayuta Sidmati. Okay, 1 second. I am going to give you a day off today for RPG Maker Guide. Because, these chapters are going to end up getting long. So, I'm assuming we got about 3 chapters left in episode 5. Yeah. So, it's going to go back to Apollo Justice, which will go into the trial, which I believe there are 2 parts to the trial. Maybe more. But I do know the trial segments are long. So we're getting very close to ending episode 5. And then we're gonna move on to the DLC case right afterwards. Which all the dark stuff will be over with. So this week we're gonna do more Garth Brooks month. I'm just playing the ones I did last week. Concerts are tomorrow, which is gonna be This Is Garth Brooks and This Is Garth Brooks 2. They're all gonna be in the Discord stream. Tomorrow, Andy is going to be doing Luigi's Mansion 3. On Wednesday, you'll see Garth Brooks live at Croke Park, Dublin, Ireland, and Central Park. And then I'll be streaming Got Hacked. On Thursday, you will see Garth Brooks live at the Wynn, which is a resort casino in Las Vegas. He's performing at the Encore Theater. You will see some music videos as well. And then I start on a new game called Beyond Oasis, which will be played on the Sega Genesis Collection, which you can get it on Steam, you can get it on the PlayStation, you can get it on Xbox, and you can also get it on the Switch. So, I do recommend you guys go and play those games. Sadly, the games that were available on Steam has been delisted, so you can't really go and get those games unless you find a way to mod it. Because they had Sonic 3 where you can actually add on there, and it was delisted. And I think there was a few other games on there, like some other ones that were just delisted off in there. But the one on the Switch, you can't exactly mod and add games to it, so what games you got there is all you got. So then on Friday is going to be The Sims. So yeah. Any questions? Not really. Busy week. Busy week. I'm still doing the footballs too. It's just I gotta do it when I can. Alright, that's gonna be it for me, guys. You all have a wonderful night. Here. Bye.